Greetings everybody, Sive here with the ForexPeaceArmy.com. Let's have a look what's going on in euro currency. So as we said in a telegram that don't believe neither to media reports right now, because a lot of fakes there, as in a big media everywhere, as to the speech of the Donald Trump. His tweets that he said about negotiations, he talked about some other stuff. In reality, nothing has changed. So Iran is intends to go right to the end, because Iran right now has the chance to significantly increase their geopolitical role in the region. I would not speak about taking under control the region and in general control the overall situation, but its role significantly could be increased. Besides, Iran has a unique chance right now that actually they could make legal their nuclear program, just based on the situation how it is going right now. With all the stuff, including the coming elections in the United States, Donald Trump do not need a lot of mess before this, especially any ground operation that they could start. It will be the end of the political career of Donald Trump, if this will happen. Whatever it's currently is going, just don't believe to everything that you see in a big media, because Western media do not have the real information, especially what's going on in Iran and on their allies. All that they could do, other Western countries are not presenting right now in the Middle East, only United States and Israel. And that actually makes the overall real news streams very narrow. But they have to write about something, and they put lots of rumors, somebody has said something, and so on. So just keep it in mind. Speaking about the performance on euro currency, we should not be surprised with that, because if previously we were looking at the dollar index and the 10-year bonds, and actually currently we also could take a look at it, right now it makes sense to take a look at other assets, such as, for example, behavior of the crude oil. And if you take a look at recent performance, as I warned you in the weekend, that this is temporal relief on the crude oil prices. It's just a verbal intervention from the Donald Trump, but nothing has changed. And it's going down again. And take a look what's going on. So you could see that here crude oil is rising. This is reverse chart, just to better show you the correlation. And here we keep going with it. Do you have any assurance that crude oil prices will turn down anytime soon? Correspondingly, you should have similar expectations about the euro currency. At the best case, it will be some kind of the stabilization in current level, but it's something tells me that probably we could get deeper downside action on the euro. Besides, on the 10-year bonds, you will see that yields almost 4.5. Let's keep going higher, and that can't not make impact on the dollar index. This is weekly chart of the dollar index, our big picture that we discussed 2 weeks ago, and when we considered lots of important stuff. And the hand shorts that we were talking about currently stands in progress. I wouldn't be surprised too much if even we will not get the hand shorts, but here might be the straightforward breakout. So what I would like to say is that there is no geopolitical and fundamental relief on the euro currently. So, and it explains our tactics that we are talking about support areas, we're talking about position taking, but every time we talk about necessity to get the patterns. Every time we're waiting for some clear patterns. Right now on the daily chart, you could see that trend remains bullish. It's still, we should treat as a retracement from this upper direction. Whether market will hold here, well, the trend will survive. It's difficult to say currently. But for now, we do not have even theoretical reasons to consider taking the short positions in the current point. On the follow time frame chart, a very important point will be the lows of this thrusting bar. Usually such a thrusting bars could hold performance for a considerable period of time. You could see that almost whole performance here stands inside of this range. And very often the top and the bottom of this such kind of candles becomes the support and resistance. And if market will break it down, chances on further downside continuation will increase. The same you can see on this action. Yes, it takes 3 periods, but logic is the same. So this holds the all previous price action, and then market keep going higher. So I wouldn't withdraw the OP target yet out of here, just as some hope for maybe a wild card, so maybe something will happen, I don't know. And from the technical point of view, nominally we have bullish trend on the daily, and ABCD is still valid. So nominally we should not erase this OP target. But overall performance of the market doesn't look too bullish, I would say. So let's see what is going on the hourly chart. So first we haven't got the butterfly. Yesterday we said take a look at the ABCD. If here, for example, market will start forming something like head and shoulders, we could try and take the long position because it was around the confluence support, if you remember, and trend line support and so on. But instead of that, you can see that nothing has happened. This market just dropped, and now it's even dropped out of the trending support line. So here we haven't got any patterns. Correspondingly, in the current circumstances, I see no other options, just to wait for the next support, which will be around 115. It will be agreement support, and here we could get another shape of the Gartley steeple to buy, although it will be already XOP extension, not the OP extension. But about this level, I would say a very simple thing. So how do you think if confluence support area, agreement area, where it was ABCD target, and trendline support was not able to hold the market, whether just single standing level will hold it? Conclusion is obvious. So of course this support will be not as strong as this one. Let's see. But once again, existence of the patterns around it could make possible to consider taking long position here. So that's actually what I think in the current situation. The one thing that might be is also not really bad for Euro is overall performance here. Yes, you could see some attempt to go faster, but in general it's not too fast. So it's relatively gradual. It means that some bullish positions are present here, so it's not some collapse like here, for example. It's more or less gradual action. So just let's be patient, wait for some patterns, because overall fundamental background, it's not friendly to taking any long position for now, and we have to be really careful to not trade without the confirmation, without the clear positions and patterns. So that's what I think we need to do.